Yeah, thank you everybody for being here. Really excited to go into my second year here at App State. I feel like our first year we did a really good job of just kind of laying the foundation of who we want to be as a program and how we want our team to represent the product on the floor, right? We share the ball. We want to play really hard. We want to rely on our defense. And this year I feel like we are more powerful, more talented. I'm really appreciating how our returners have done a great job just stepping up and just leading, and they've been very vocal in how they want the culture of our program to be. I feel like our new players are really following along and really excited to get to November 3rd.
We'll open up now for questions for our media. Please use the raise hand function. We'll call on you to ask those questions. Started off with Adam Miller.
Hey, Coach Sharp. You talked about, the foundations that were laid for your program and some of the, talent. You mentioned the increased talent that you brought into your program. One of those players, is a preseason all-conference pick, and then you have Emma Smith, who's the transfer from Denver, averaged double figures last year. Just what have you seen from them so far, and what kind of contributions are you expecting from them this season?
Yeah, Elle, obviously really proud of her being a preseason all conference selection. She's been one of the hardest working players. She's very vocal. Our players are really following her. She communicates every possession, every rep. I think anyone that walked into our gym would be able to say that that's our leader. And what's really cool is Emma Smith has been a leader for 3 years at a different school. And so she's starting to figure out how to find her voice and how to raise, she came here to win, and how to raise our level of being comfortable, being uncomfortable, right? Like there's a certain way that winners are. There's a certain way that champions think. And when adversity hits, they stick together. And both of them have done a really good job with that. Elle is a really good shooter. She's really developed her attack off the bounce this summer and spring and fall. And so really excited to see her get downhill and expand her game. So she has her post game, she's got her attack game, and obviously her three ball. Emma Smith had 7 assists in her inter squad scrimmage, and she's obviously really good at sharing the basketball, trying to help her have more of a balance with scoring. But also, I mean, we've had some other players come in and be really dominant so far. I mean, Jada McBride has shown her ability to shoot and really score and be a great defender for us, as well as Deja Mitchell. She was MVP of the California Junior College system out there, and her energy. She's won a championship, so we've really leaned on her with kind of talking about that championship mindset. So she's done a great job with that too, and just looking forward to improving our depth, kind of figuring out who's number 9, 10 for us on our depth chart.
Let's go over to Victoria.
Hey, Coach. You mentioned how Elena obviously is a good scorer. She got a great percentage from last year, led the team. Looking at stats from last year, your team as a whole was top of the league in field goal percentage, but more towards the middle in total offense and scoring. So, have you kind of looked at ways to, get those opportunities to score the ball more, knowing that you have a team that can really, shoot at a high percentage?
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think when you look at our assist numbers, you look at our field goal numbers, and you think, okay, that's not really adding up to the bottom line. I think as a head coach, you really evaluate things and you break your offense down and you study really both sides of the ball. That's kind of a project that you do. And I think it's really important too, just to evaluate yourself as a leader and where can you get better and where can you grow. When you look at just the offensive side of the ball, we've manipulated our spacing. Last year, we felt like we had the type of team where we needed to really screen, really move the ball. But I feel like when I studied us, we didn't really get a lot of easy baskets, and so that's an area we're trying to push a little more in transition. See if we can get some easy baskets off of our defense. Just be harder to prepare for. I think a lot of people think motion offense is hard to prepare for. Then you add our zone that you've got to prepare for. So I think if we pick up our tempo a little bit, be better in some of those really fine tune, even special situations, That makes us better and more efficient. We've tracked a lot points per possession. So we drill that all the time. We play against our guys. We have 10 possessions. We want to have 10 points or higher. Otherwise, we got a little sideline sprint. So just really trying to teach our kids how to have not just have a good field goal percentage, but an effective field goal percentage rate.
Let's go back over to Adam Miller.
Coach Sharp, not the way you wanted to end the season last year, but you guys, were still able to get 13 wins in your first season. And you mentioned laid a lot of the foundational things for your program, but what did you feel was maybe the most rewarding thing or surprising thing that you experienced in your first year with this program and that you're excited about bringing forward and into the second season and in the future?
Yeah, I think the best part was just, going through year one, right? It's not pretty, it's not smooth. You got ups and downs and ins and outs with the team, but those three returners just really stuck together. They made a decision in the off season to finish what they started, right? They were all going to be seniors, and Elle and Emily Heggie and Zoe McCrary, who was injured for us last year. They wanted to finish what they started, right? When they came to App State, all were new to our program. They knew that there's never been a championship won here in the Sun Belt, and they knew that there were such a high ceiling for the program. And so I think that was really exciting to know that even though they had a rough, we had a rough finish to our season, they were still motivated enough to stick together, and they did a great job in the recruiting process. Like, we signed a really competitive roster, and they were very helpful. I mean, we took almost every one of their weekends in the spring. They didn't care. They had a great attitude through it all. So I think that's a win, culturally speaking. And then seeing how they have wrapped their arms around our new roster and really have shown them the ropes and just have led with such selflessness. And I think that's really good. Last year, I think Zeta Porter did a great job with some of those things. You have Emily Carver and some players who had been in the program for a long time. And I think it's great that you have three players who had only been in the program 1 year, but still have put their best foot forward with showing the ropes of the program.
Thank you, Coach Sharp. Appreciate your time today.
Thank you.